what the Lord has done. He's good. What the Lord has done for me is good. Oh, what the Lord has done. He's good. What the Lord has done for me is what the Lord has done. What the Lord has done. Oh, He is good. What the Lord has done for me is good. Wow, we give God the praise. Amen. Father, we bless ourselves with your word. And as we study your word, may we be delivered, may we be cleansed, may we be made whole. Thank you, Jesus. Amen. So that is a little understanding, and we are going to build upon this. So now, by Jesus' instruction, they let go of Lazarus. So now we take the 45. And here we start our today's Bible studies. Then many of the Jews which came to Mary and have seen the things which Jesus did, believe on him. May the Lord do something that will cause you to believe on him. Amen. So here it says that the people who came and they were weeping before with Martha and Mary, now after what Jesus has done, now they are believing on him, on Jesus. Amen. Amen. So I pray that may the Lord help you to believe. And this thing happened because why? Jesus did something. Isn't it so? Yeah. So if Jesus does something again in your life, in this country, many will come to believe. Amen. Yeah. The reason why of late when you are praying for Sweden, it feels like sweet. You can pray well. It's because God is cooking revival. Amen. God is boiling revival. Amen. An oil of revival. And it's about to be poured. Amen. And I pray that you will not miss out. Amen. But the ones who are going to enjoy this thing when it happens is the people who have prepared the foundation with prayer. Because everywhere you will go, when you get there, a spirit will know that you prayed 3 months ago. So they will respond. Amen. There will be some kind of response that will be coming back. And it will be very unusual. Other people will say, oh, we never knew, we never heard of this guy before. Where is he coming from? Because you've been preparing, you've done your homework. Amen. 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 So this is the revival that came down at that place. Because of the way Lazarus died, 4 days and everything, everybody came. And as I said on Sunday, the greater the crowd, the greater the message. How fast the message will travel. So sometimes when the problem is big, and everybody knows about the problem, that means when God turns the situation, people will talk on your behalf. And may the Lord do it when you are there. Amen. May the Lord do it in your presence. Amen. May the Lord use your mouth to speak a prayer or to pray a prayer, and then it happens. Amen. You see, the miracles that are going to take place is already hanging. The miracles, they are already hanging. But then, because of your preparation, what you've laid, the foundation you've laid. So when you get there and God wants to promote you, God will help you to say the prayer, and then He release the miracle. So as for men will always accredit it to man. That it was this man who prayed, and the thing happened. Because they saw man, but they don't know that God had already prepared the miracle hanging, and then the man has prepared himself. Amen? Amen. So it is the way you prepare yourself. That is how God is going to use you. Gospel, people listen to gospel when there's problems. You don't know. This country, why is it that they brought you? Because they don't have a problem. But if there's a problem, you will hear. They will preach, you want to go home, they say, no, please, preach on. When there's no problem, everybody wants to hear. So, when there's hardship, people look for God. I was thinking about a lady who was telling me about hardship. And everybody have his own way of seeing hardship. And so I was listening to the story. She said, oh, she was a Swedish family. They were born. She was born in South Africa. And that is part of the hardship. And then when the family was tired, they came to Sweden. And then when they came to Sweden, and then he matured a little bit, he moved into her own apartment. And then one day she got broke, that she didn't have money to buy toothpaste. So when she looked around her, there was no toothpaste, and then she took her shoe and he stepped at the edge of the toothpaste, and then she was able to collect the rest. And I just look at the woman. I said, this is your hardship. And I was just thinking, what about the babies in Africa that don't even have teeth? They break a tree and put in the baby's mouth and clean your teeth. I was there with mommy. And I was just looking at mommy, this is hardship. I mean, even you coming from South Africa to Sweden alone, there's no problem. That is easy now. And you call this hard life because you took a shoe and you step at the edge of your pep student and the paste cream came and you collect it and you brush your teeth and you cried that my life is hard. You don't know what hard is. I said, no, these people, they can't hear the gospel. No, if this is what you call hardship, the gospel is not good for you. I was telling you, even Jesus, last time I was saying it. And what? Jesus preached the gospel to who? The poor. And to the poor, the gospel is preached. And to the poor, the gospel is preached. There's a way a poor man receives the gospel than a rich man. When you are in a fixed problem, the way your ear goes to God is different from when you are okay. When you are okay, there's a way when God is talking, you can't hear well. Because there's so much things around you. But when there's a problem, your ear and your attention is on him. I remember sometimes people say, oh, I don't know why I don't believe. I don't know why. I said, you know what, let's pray for problem. One problem will cause you to believe. One huge problem that can confront you, you will see that your money is waste, your everything is useless, and now you are looking for the Most High God who can fix problems. Amen. Amen. Father, we bless your holy name. Amen. So it's about time for us to reign. Now is the days that when all these problems I've told you about happens in the world, your gospel will be accepted. Now you will not be preaching and they will say, no, I don't understand the Nigerian dialect. No. They will hear it clear. And we are not enough. Even the people God has sent to this nation, this part of the world, we are not many. The demand will be so high because they will need people with fire. Fire up. People that can understand the things of the Spirit. So get yourself ready. That is how you are going to get blessed. You are not going to get blessed because you are doing some job 1 year, some job 2 years. This is where your blessing is going to be birthed. That is how your blessing is going to come. If you think it's by this cleaning job, newspaper job, and this, please, you will grow gray hair. that one will not do it though. This is where your blessing is coming. God is boiling revival. And the revival sometimes comes with problems. Look at study revival. When you have time, study any place that there was revival. There was a lot of problems before the revival came. Yes. People were sick. And God sent a man of God who has been hidden for long, praying and fasting. And God said, it's my time for me to use you. And they bring them up. All of a sudden, you have a way of touching human being, and then cancer dies. Do you think you will have seats like this? You have to break this whole place. Yes. Just touching somebody. Now, rich people cancer is so accepted. That is why I know revival is coming. Cancer is so accepted in this country. People are dying, they are diagnosed with cancer, and doctors say, oh, well, my wife just died with cancer, my grandmother died with cancer. Don't worry, just go home and die. Make sure you spend your money. So it is so, that is how they are making it look like. They are making you feel okay. And that is why I'm telling you that you are being anointed to cast out cancer. You know, you can pray one prayer for one cancer patient, and they will move out of their house. And they will allow you to take it. You don't understand?
Yes, amen.
There are people who will give up everything, and they will say, for this thing you've done. So when God says that I'm going to bless you again, He is not going to ask you to go and do the same cleaning job again. No. He's saying, just prepare yourself for me. Holiness and righteousness.
Yes.
Stand in the gap. And when I say on your marks, get set, go, you are ready. And then you see collecting. You are collecting. You are collecting. That is how you can go back to Africa with a statement. How is you are going back to Africa, and when they are chopping your money, then they are laughing at you. You know, be gotten in the clean for them. No. You know, be old people's nyas in the clean for them. Don't come make nyanga for here. This is how you can go back with power. And even going back, you might not even desire it, because sometimes they can even restrict you because the demand is so high. I'm telling you something. I'm preparing your spirit. So you are not wasting your time. God is saying you are not wasting your time. The prayers you are doing, you are not wasting your time. Your fasting that you are fasting, you are not wasting. You are just preparing yourself. You are prepared. Let those who are going to work, let them go and work. If some small job come, do it. But just know that this is not where my blessings is coming. My blessing is coming through the realms of the spirit. So when you look at men, when you are looking at men, and look at this guy has a fixed job and he's working every day, he's going, God, when God said, no, your blessing is not there. Your blessing is here.
Amen.
It is through the power.
Amen.
It is through spending much time in my presence.
Amen.
It is through praying and seeking me.
Amen.
And let me endow you with power.
Amen.
It's not about school. It is not about how much word you can quote, but it's how prepared you are. It's preparation. How prepared are you? There's a Bible verse that I love. It says, prepare ye the path of the Lord. Make it straight, make it plain. Every generation they quote this thing, that God is asking that prepare the way. Prepare the way so that the Lord can travel. In the Old Testament it says so that the Lord can travel. That means God is coming with your blessing. He's traveling with the speed. Now, when I was meditating upon this word yesterday in my kitchen, God told me that a road that is clean and there's no potholes, when you are driving on it, how do you feel? I say, God, I gas, I speed up. Are you getting me? Mm-hmm. But and they asked me that when you see a road that has potholes on it, how do you drive? Slow down. He said, when we have potholes in our life, we slow down the miracle process. But when the road is clear, speed. He told me, he said, write it down. I have a book in my kitchen. When I get revelation, then I write it down. He said, tell my people that when the path is clean, there's no need for me to wait. He said, I can travel. I can come. Make his path straight. When the road is clear, there's no need for God to wait any longer. He will bring that thing you are asking. He will bring it. All we need to do is to examine ourselves. Make sure that the road is clear. Make sure that the road is what?
Clear.
The road is what?
Clear.
And it's straight. The road is straight, clean, no potholes. Amen? Let's see. But some of them went their ways to the Pharisees and told them what things Jesus had done. Some of them went to the Pharisees. And what this thing means that Pharisees are waiting for their members to come back. It is their members that have gone to see Jesus Christ raise the dead. So now they've come back to the Pharisees to tell them that far people to see, people that are far away, far from seeing. Everybody have their own. We are not coming back to you again. We've seen power. I'm telling you, it's the truth. There's no human being that doesn't love power. As you sit here, no matter how much you say you love our apostle or this ministry, let them announce that there's another powerful church Power, full powerhouse. When you get there, there's a plug, they give it to you, connect, then you are in the power. You will not be here now. You will not be here. You will not be here praising the Lord, hallelujah. No. You will be power. Everybody loves power. Even if Jesus comes down and he becomes a man again, he will go to power church. Everybody loves power. Power means the manifestation of God. So it's the truth. It's just the basic truth. Amen. So the people have now gone to the Pharisees and they told them the things Jesus had done, the miracles, the power, the raising of the dead, everything that Jesus has done. You see, unlike our African, nation, sometimes we go to the church, we look up to the man of God, but we don't look within ourselves. So that one too can be very deceptive, can deceive people, because you think the man of God has to perform the miracle, and then you will continue. So that's why you have the prostitutes coming to church. Pastor, pray for me. I want to get some white rich man. Give me one powerful rich man. Wait till be curtains. I go buy new curtains. All this will go come out and throw them away. Hey, I will go into fasting for you. Cocaine dealer too will come. Next trip.
Yes.
And they go next trip. Pastor, if this one succeed, I will buy you a new car. So the focus shifts. But power comes when even few people are righteous and they seek the face of God. There will be power. Amen.
Amen.
So somebody will seek the face of God, and the only way that sometimes God can see somebody that he has ordained and blessed, that his power is being misused or abused, is when the people are not changing. Amen. Yeah, when somebody has so much power and the people around them is not changing, God can pull the power back, because then he will take them back into teaching. Teach them away. Sometimes we become so power focused that people don't get anything. All they want, Pastor, touch me too. Let this problem cease. But we need to come back to the way, the basics of the way. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah. Then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees a council and said, what do we? For this man doeth many miracles. So now, for what good that God is using you to do, other people too will have another meeting. Now what are we going to do? This man is doing many things. Many things. They disturb the atmosphere. They stir up the atmosphere. They block the atmosphere. The spirit of prayer is upon the church. There's no need for you to come and do that. Are you know what I'm saying? So the church, even good people and good things suffer violence. Good people suffer. I was talking to a man of God, he said, Apostle, good men of God, honest, true men of God are suffering. I pray that just a simple way of Bible studies, but every counsel here means that we are having conversation to destroy something. We are planning how to destroy. It's a plan. When somebody takes you to the shrine, they take counsel from the Baba. So the fetish priest or the voodoo man will say, no. You cannot destroy him through this way because of what they have seen. But rather, Satan is telling me that this has always been his weakness. So let's destroy him through that way. That is a counsel. It's a counsel. Ideas they put together. They consult Satan, and Satan gives them your weakness, my weakness. That this is how you can get him to fall. This one, you cannot get him to fall through this way, but you can get him to fall through that way. And then the juju man will shake himself and say, okay, bring goats. We've seen the path, we can destroy the man. So let us pour blood on that road. And that spirit that got him to to fall the other time, that spirit, when he sees the blood, he will be very energetic and excited to go and tempt the man again. That is how the whole thing works. Because Satan saw that you fell the other time with alcohol, drinking, smoking, women, whatever it was. So all they do is that they provoke the spirit to come back again. Are you with me? So any counsel that is going on in the realms of the spirit concerning you, I pray by the presence that is here, let that thing be silenced.
Amen.
May it not be established, but may it be cancelled.
Amen.
May God pull us out of that place, out of the mouth of any dragon that is ready to consume us. No matter the counsel they take, may it fail.
Amen.
When they plan, may God cause you to escape.
Amen.
When they plan, may God cause you to escape.
Amen.
May God put a shield around you.
Amen.
So Jesus is doing his ministry happily, and other people are sitting down and they are plotting. They are plotting, they are planning, they are imagining, they are thinking. I mean, their devices, their plans, their effort, their energy, everything should be cancelled.
Amen.
So it says, and said, what do we? That means they are confused. May God confuse the counsel of your enemies and the powers of darkness.
Amen.
Many miracles. For this man, this ministry doeth many miracles. Let that be your portion.
Amen.
The miracles will be so simple, so easy when they come through. Because there's a strong coverage over this house. There's a strong one. That is why I was telling some people that this is not an easy church to go to. It is not an easy place to come to. That is why you fight before coming. But wherever the power of God is, that is the things that you see. May God begin to use you to do many miracles.
Amen.
May your prayers produce many miracles.
Amen.
Let's take the next word. 48. 49. Okay. Oh no. Then you go down. You don't have my King James.
48.
48. If we let him this alone, if we leave this man alone, Jesus, that's a sad story. They are seeing your advancement. They see the way you are very, you are very on, that this guy is not an easy guy. So they haven't seen the miracle, the finished work yet.
Yes.
But the way you move is worrying them.
Yes.
He said, if we leave this guy alone, another day, he will worry us. Are seeing things about your destiny.
Amen.
They are seeing your movement. They are seeing your prayer life, your fasting life, your connection, your contact with God. And they are being intimidated. May God put them to sleep. Amen. Say, if we leave this man alone, if we leave him, may they leave you. Amen. The Lord is saying, the reason why sometimes he himself has to wake you up before the demons get to your door is because of this. They see the charisma and what you are carrying. And if they leave you, what you will do to them, the testimony that will be birthed out of you, it will worry them for years. If we let him this alone, if we allow him to continue, all men will believe on him. That is what the whole thing is about. The devil is fighting your next miracle, your next testimony. He's fighting it because that testimony will change thousands of people. And they will say, if God did this for this guy, by him serving God, diligently serving God, and God did all these things for him, I will also do. That's it. So they are stating it all here clean. They say, if we let this man continue, we give him peace to continue to do what he's doing, everyone will believe in God.
Yes.
So let's block it. I pray that every counsel that is being taken, that they should block you to hinder your testimony. I pray that may God calm down.
Amen.
Because some of it is not preaching. It's not even about preaching. It's about God Himself doing something new. Have you heard? That guy who came here, he was denied 3, 4, 5 times. But yet still, the same guy went to the immigration. He got married. He got this. He has become this. He has become wealthy. He has this. Amen. That is a testimony that many people, when they hear it, they will say, I want the same God in my life. And then somebody will come to believe again and say, if that same God did it for that brother, I'm also going to believe. Amen. So this is what they are saying, that if we allow you to fast and to pray, many will believe God. Yes. So that's why when they say fast, you get angry. When they say pray, you get weak. If God says stand up, the enemies will start pressing your shoulders. Sit down, sit down. When God says sit down, the enemy will start tickling your legs. Stand up, stand up. Because disobedience is what God hates. So how does the devil knows how to attack you? What God tells you not to do. Did God say he should eat eba? God said no. Okay, you don't eat eba. Now, from that day, eba is your favorite food. From that day, anytime you are sitting down, the enemy will come, entice you. Eat this thing. It is good. Don't you see? Osato is eating it. He's not dying. Oyosa is eating it. They are not dying. And then the spirit of witchcraft brings comparison. You understand what comparison? Yeah. When all of a sudden you are forgotten that when God was molding you, you were alone with Him. And now you start looking at yourself. And then you start looking at your next brother. You say, but this my brother is fornicating, he's drinking, he's going to parties, he's going to nightclubs. And still, everything looks to be okay. God didn't mold the two of you together. He molded you, He pushed you to the side. He took him too, and He molded him. And He knows his weakness, and He knows his strength. And He knows what He has put in you, and He tells you, don't do this. Mm-hmm. So, when that spirit comes upon you, then you start comparing. You compare. And God hates that. He says, if we let this man alone, my God, there's a new testimony that is being cooked in this house, and that day, when it's ready, we shall celebrate. It's a big one. He said, all men will believe on Him, and the Romans shall come and take away both our place and our nation. Can you imagine that your righteousness and the miracle that is coming upon you will cause somebody to lose his house? Place there means that if this man, Jesus, continue to be so influential to connect with God, it will cause me to lose my house. That's what they are saying. So you need to link this thing that you are being blocked every second to block the testimony that is to come, that will call all men to believe. It is not about you. It is about you, your little money, and your little car and house and wife. That one, God will do it and just leave you on the island, quiet, and that's it. But your testimony is going to compel or touch all men. Amen. All men, not some few men, all men to believe. That is why it is being fought. That is why 24 hours there's a bashing going on. Have you ever felt when God has woken you up out of sleep and He has whispered into your ears, I want you to pray now. And then the devil come after 5 seconds and say, but it is 2 o'clock. I should go with you around this time. Sleep. Just sleep. And then you don't pray. Then you go back to sleep. They say, all is well. All is well. Then you fall down and you sleep. Something just slip out of your hand. When you wake up the next morning, you say, oh, God woke me up. Something woke me up in the night. Something hit me that I should get up and pray. But I was so tired. Heaven knows my heart. I am so tired. You are joking. You think success comes like that? God knows I love him with all my heart. God knows my mind. God knows everything. And then you are coming. Oh God, when will you bless me? Oh God, when will you fix my problem? Oh God. And they don't hear the problems you are talking about. They see what is upon you. They say, this is the one. And you'll be surprised they let go of the rich, the one who don't have a problem, they let go of them. And you who is already crying, they say, let's go, we catch up. This is the one. These are the country changes. These are the Swedish movement. I mean, these are the people. And then you will see yourself, your pocket empty. You don't even have a place to lay your head. And demons are coming. You ask them, why? Can't you use common sense? Go after these ones. They say, no. We are not going after their car. We are going after what is upon you. The thing that is upon you is what we are coming after. We are not coming after things. As for things, we've seen it, we know where it is, and we know how it ends. But we are coming after the oil. So you will ask yourself, God, am I the only bad person there? Why? I pray, I fast, I do this and that, but demons are always around me. Why? There's an oil upon you. Until that thing manifests itself, you will never understand. One day you wake up and say, so this is the reason why I've been fought my whole life. This is the reason why I nearly died. It is the oil. It's just the oil. It's the power. If there's something in you that you are not connected into it, there's something in you that even God has not even helped you to understand what you are carrying. When you see that thing, you will not be intimidated about what people have, what people are doing. Amen.
Amen.
Let me try and preach a little bit. So they are afraid they are going to lose their houses. He say that they will take, the Romans will come and take away our, he say both our place and the nation. And one of them named Caiaphas, being the high priest that same year, said unto them, ye know nothing at all. The priest is planning wickedness and he's telling their colleagues that your plans are weak. You don't know what you're talking about. Because everybody is coming up with an idea. Should we bewitch him? Should we take him to a sorcerer? Should we take him to a medium? Should we stop him spiritually? Because it's the miracles that the guy is using that is causing the people to follow him. How should we stop it? So there's a big discussion going on. And then the high priest have listened to all the talk. They say all the things people are saying is all nonsense. Kill the man. What is sustaining him? This, that. Let's kill him. All these things, petty thing, that he will hit his leg on a stone, we will let him have headache, he will have stomach, running stomach. Kill him. If you kill him, you finish him. What is all this petty bewitchment and this thing? That is how, when the devil has tried many things and they want to finish you. So the high priest is standing there saying that, look at what the high priest is saying. And he said, nor consider that it is expedient for us that one man should die for the people, and that the whole nation perish not. Is it not better we kill this man that we don't perish? Do you know that there's a lot of stools, a lot of altars from your background? That's Africa, yeah. If God decided you should be born in Africa, then he has given you a job. Because you are connected to some stuff. He says it's better he die so that all these things that we've believed in for so long will not be destroyed. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. And that's why God also looks at all of us and the charisma and the fire in us, and he places us in a certain family. I get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because he knows you will bring change there too. And not for that nation only, but that also he should gather together in one the children of God that were scattered abroad. So you see, the man, is it 51? And this spake he not of himself, but being a high priest that year, he prophesied that Jesus should die for that nation. So sometimes what the enemy plans and is doing, he doesn't know that he's really expanding you and is making the gospel to advance. So Caiaphas is saying, let's kill him. But he doesn't know that even when he's speaking evil, God is behind it. You read what he's saying here? He said that the idea of Caiaphas is to destroy Jesus' ministry. But God's plan is behind it. And this spake him not of himself. Let your enemy who is saying something bad doesn't speak of himself. What he was saying, he said it of God. Oh, I wish you understand this. He is saying Jesus must die so that the nation will not perish, and then that they will not lose their houses or their contact and their position with the Romans. But being high priest that year, he's prophesying. Are you seeing it? He's prophesying. And what is the prophecy? He prophesied that Jesus should die for that nation. And then what is the reason for that nation? Look at this one. And not, yeah, that's for salvation. But look at the reason behind the prophecy. And not for that nation only. It's for the whole world. Can your enemies think that about you? No. But whilst he has already planned to destroy you, the destruction that he has plotted, God is behind the destruction. That destruction will promote you.
Yes. Amen.
May your enemies, whatever they are plotting, may God be behind their plots.
Amen.
And then God should use it to promote you rather.
Amen.
He said not for that nation alone, but look at this. But that also he should gather. His death is going to gather. Let's kill him so that we don't lose our houses and our nation. But this man's death, according to God's wisdom and God's plan, is going to gather. Something that Jesus will have to do by his mouth, talking. The thing that you will use your own power to do. God can anoint you so much that even in your absence, it will happen.
Amen.
They said we will kill him to end his ministry. But they didn't know that God is using their own mouth to prophesy that when you kill him, now everybody will come to him.
Yes.
Are you getting it? Yeah. To gather. Now, why did God send Jesus Christ? To come and gather.
Yes.
That's all. He's to come and gather. But that also, he should gather together in one, the children of God that has been scattered. So your enemies are pushing you, fighting you, doing all these things, thinking your end, but they don't know you are gathering unto God.
Amen.
You are gathering unto God. And whatever, even if your death should come, it is still gathering.
Amen.
It doesn't end. So to gather the children of God. I thought you are afraid that the guy is alive and he's gathering some few people. So he went and plotted, let's kill him to end him from gathering. But the same God twisted his tongue and he said, no, you will say it and I will back it up.